Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
In the previous one, we saw how to make use of useServer and then directly call the storage methods in our routes. So here we had this piece of code in our index.tsx file where we were just directly calling the getUsers method. Now, on this one, we'll be looking at how we can preload the data. So here you can see that we have created a const route, and here we are making use of the preload method, and then we are calling the getUsers method. Now, the issue with this approach is that getUsers is being called twice. So here in creates async as well as in preload method. In order to resolve this call issue that we are having multiple times, we need to introduce caching mechanism as well along with preloading. So here in our users.ts file, which is inside the lib directory, you'll notice that I have imported query from solid.js router. Now what this query does is basically creates a caching mechanism. So here you can see we have kind of commented the earlier code that was also an asynchronous function. Here we have wrapped it inside the query itself. So we have the query, and within that we have the asynchronous method. Other thing that you will notice over here, instead of having a global useServer, we are now having it within each of the functions. So we have useServer, and then we are logging it over here how many times this particular method has been called. Now, rest of the code remains as is. We are simply returning the users, and here the query is basically having a key value pair. So this is the data that it has, and this is the key using which this data will be retrieved. So we have users as a key over here. Now, if I go back and run this application in browser, and let's have it side by side. So I've cleared my screen, relaunched the application, and here, if I reload this now, you'll notice it is being called only once. getUsers was called. There you go. We have learned how to preload and cache data in SolidStart.
If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.